Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this presentation about Discovery Spotlight Model and Talent Expo. I'm Rebecca Dueger. I'm the National Director.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey Dueger, Executive Director of Discovery Spotlight.
So I got started in the modeling business a lot like many of you. I wasn't planning on getting into the modeling and acting world, but I had a friend suggest that I join her for a local model search, which I attended, and that kind of sparked my interest in the business. I had always been a dancer, and I realized that was a good fit for the industry because I had good posture, I was comfortable on a stage, and another friend suggested that I meet with a photographer who connected me to an agency in Atlanta, and so that's kind of how I started in the business.
I had a similar start. My parents, as a young child, got me a little bit into modeling and acting, living in New York, where there are quite a few opportunities. But when my family moved to South Carolina, the opportunities were a little limited, so I too started by hearing an ad on the radio for a model search. I participated in the model search, and it turned into a pretty promising career. Traveled all around the world, meeting the right agents and clients, booking some amazing jobs. And it turned into me thinking back, hey, I want to do this in our area. So we started a model and talent agency that evolved into a model and talent search. And I'm really excited to be developing new talent just like you guys.
So we realize when you're getting started in the business, you have a lot of uncertainties that usually consist of how do I get started, and how do I meet the right people, and how do I make the most of my time trying to do this. And a lot of that is, those are all things that we really specialize in. And we all have a great attitude. We love what we do. We've met some incredible people over the years. We've discovered some incredible talents, and we've made a lot of friends along the way too. So we are excited to tell you a little bit more about Discovery Spotlight. So the Discovery Spotlight is just an absolutely amazing opportunity for people who want to get started in the modeling and talent industry, people who want to break into the business, and for people who think they have an interest, but they want to dig a little bit deeper, they want to gain more experience, build their resumes. So we are really, really looking forward to this next event.
And the Discovery Spotlight is open to models, actors, singers, and dancers of all ages. We work with ages 2 through the 60s.
So we have a really beautiful venue for our next event. We try to pick locations where we know that the contestants and their families can also have a nice vacation, a relaxing time as well, so that you guys create some fabulous memories and so that the talent have an opportunity to shine. A little bit about who we are. I think it's very important in our industry that we give you a little sense of our integrity, what we believe in, and the kinds of people that we align ourselves with. Unfortunately, by the time we see a lot of potential talent, they have had bad experiences in this business, and that's really unfortunate because I know that it deters people who could be very successful from taking that next step. We often hear that people have paid for photo shoots that maybe they feel they spent too much on, or they took classes and they weren't happy with where that ended up for them. Maybe they didn't have the opportunities they expected at the end of the classes. Maybe they've done conventions where there were tons and tons of people and it kind of felt like a cattle call, or maybe they have paid for something online and nothing's really come out of that. So I always tell people, let's consider that a positive. You've learned something from the experience. Maybe you've had your face out there a little bit. You're a little bit more confident, a little bit more versed in the industry. So consider those things positives, but don't let that stop you from taking something to the next level that could potentially be life-altering. If this is something you love, then why not take the next step? And it can be a very rewarding career as well. So as far as bringing integrity back to the business, that's something that we are really taking very seriously. And of course, Corey and I have been working together for a really long time, and having been models and actors ourselves, we understand that you want to feel comfortable knowing that your children, or that if you go on, to meet an agent or casting director, that those are good quality people that you would potentially want to work with. And so we have a very thorough selection process when it comes to the scouts that we bring to our events. We bring top tier scouts. Corey, I'll let you tell about some of the scouts that we work with.
Yeah, we bring in scouts from the top major markets like New York, Los Angeles, and Miami. We bring in also casting directors, music directors, VIPs, the decision makers of the business, every roster. We have some new ones, but we continue to bring in the ones that we know that are doing a great job working with our new talent. Like Rebecca said, our motto is bring integrity back to the business. Our company does exactly what we say we do. We are going to get you ready to perform. We have some hands-on training. We're going to make sure you participate in all the workshops that we offer. These are amazing resume builders. Anyone that does not have a resume out there, after this event, you're going to be able to have quite a few things to add to your resume so you could be considered a professional in the business.
And I think people don't understand how important a talent resume is. I see a lot of models who express interest in modeling only. Oh, I only want to be a model. I only want to do print work. I only want to be in catalogs. And I ask them, do you have any clue how much money actors are making for a day of work? We have had talent on our roster who have booked commercials, have filmed for one day, and have earned tens of thousands of dollars in residuals for one day of work. And these were actually models who were not even acting. They were featured in commercials, and they had a great opportunity. So I always tell people, be open-minded and consider every possible option that's out there. But your resume is important. And if you're up against another model or another actor for a certain job and someone has more experience than you do, they're going to take that into consideration. But a lot of the times we see talent who live in areas where they may not have access to professional training for modeling and acting, and they need help building those resumes. So that's really important to us, and we've incorporated some top tier scouts to host these workshops that are really excellent for building your resume and giving you some credentials that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Another great thing about Discovery Spotlight is every contestant gets to meet every agent and client one-on-one. That is huge. There are other events and different things out there where just a select few get to meet them. You would not believe the difference it makes when you get to shake the hands of these decision makers. It will affect the decision process, and we have had some really great success stories.
And on top of that, we have an incredible team of lighting technicians, sound technicians, we have staging, we have a phenomenal production crew. So this is a really impressive event. I always tell people this is a wedding times 10. There is just so much that goes into it because we want to make sure that if you're on the stage or you're in front of these scouts, you can really feel that sense of being in a professional spotlight. So that's always been very important to us. And I think different than a lot of the other events that I've seen as well.
And of course, we have models, actors, singers, and dancers, but everyone that attends must be accepted for a certain category. Our models do a runway. We also have swimsuit runway. We have fashion runway. We have photography competition. Our actors do monologues, commercials, and we also have singing and dancing competitions. You must be accepted to each category by one of the directors. So that's what makes us really stand out, that you're only going to do the things that you're the best at.
When the scouts show up at our events, and a lot of them come back year after year, they're expecting a certain quality of talent. They're expecting a certain level of performance. They're expecting certain looks from the models. And so it's our job to make sure that we have the right contestants there. People ask, oh, so are you going to pick everybody? Does everybody get to do this? Is this something that anyone can sign up for? Absolutely not. Every contestant on our roster has gone through a screening process. One of our scouts or directors has actually seen and experienced this person's looks, talents, and considered them as a viable candidate for the roster. So if you're accepted, that means that we really are giving you the seal of approval and that we believe that you are the right fit for the roster. So we have to be selective. Otherwise, these scouts who attend wouldn't want to come back because they wouldn't be able to see exactly what they're looking for. And essentially, those people are the talent they're going to be booking. The hands-on training. As far as the hands-on training, we cover a lot of different topics for models, actors, singers, and dancers. A lot of our contestants have been working in their hometowns, maybe at home, maybe with a friend, maybe with a coach or a studio director, and just trying to get a little bit of training under their belt before they come to the actual expo. But we want to make sure that you leave knowing even more than when you arrived, and that before you step onto that stage, before you step in front of those scouts, that you feel 100% confident in yourself. So this training will include topics such as runway training, which is how to walk, how to turn, the different positions, stage presence, just to help you relax on stage, project your voice, have a good stage presence, acting techniques. This is your on-camera introduction or introducing yourself in front of the scouts and casting directors. Script selection. Sometimes we'll have a talent who is trying to decide between two different scripts, and we can let you know personally which one we think would be the most marketable and best selection for you. Talent resumes. We have samples of these talent resumes, and if you have something that you need someone to take a look at and you're curious about maybe some wording, that's something that we could advise you on. Mock interviews to give you a sense of what to expect when you actually go and meet with these scouts. What are the types of questions they might ask you, and just to give you a sense of speaking to someone new that maybe you haven't met with before. Wardrobe suggestions, just to kind of give you that last 2 cents as far as what will really be the best fit for you in your different competitions. Posture, poise, and confidence. Of course, this is something we're always continuously working on and helping you improve with. But of course, these are skills that can last a lifetime. There's a business and parent workshop. This is specifically geared towards the business side of the industry, just making sure that you're aware of some of the terms you might hear through the course of the weekend, also terminology that you might hear from scouts and clients after the event, so that you feel more knowledgeable and more empowered. And then lastly, just what to expect during the rest of the event, what to expect over the course of the next few days, so that you have a good gauge of what it's going to look like for you and how you can make the most of your time with us. The Discovery Spotlight package includes some incredible value. We have hands-on training at the beginning of the event so that all of our contestants have an opportunity to practice their walk, go through their scenes, do a dress rehearsal of sorts, and build confidence before having to actually perform in front of the scouts and VIPs. That's just a good opportunity to kind of get the jitters out. We also have the resume building workshops, which are phenomenal because you get to hear from these scouts and VIPs as far as what they're looking for, tips that they have for working in the industry, and you also receive a printed certificate of that workshop. So you know exactly what should go on your resume, and you also have something to place in your portfolio. Choice of up to 3 showcase categories. Our directors will help you select the 3 categories that we think are most marketable for you. Our goal is to customize a package for you that shows your strengths and really helps you stand out at the event. One-on-one networking with top agents and scouts. This is your chance to actually meet face-to-face with these scouts and VIPs, shake their hands, leave your photos, your resume, your demo, your reel, to make sure that you get your information in their hands and they get a chance to experience a little bit more of your personality. Access to the Discovery Spotlight after party. This will happen after the competition and the showcase portion ends. So this is a chance to just relax with your friends, hang out, dance, mingle, and just celebrate what a wonderful event you've had. Entry to the Discovery Elite competition to win cash prizes, scholarships, and trophies. This is something that we've added more recently, and this has added just so much excitement to our event. It's an opportunity for the VIPs to select the standouts in each different category, those people that they think deserve a little bit of extra attention and recognition. And so these prizes are just kind of icing on the cake, and just to acknowledge those people that we feel deserve a little bit something extra, and encourage everyone else to come back and compete again next year. Pre-expo training guides. We send our contestants training guides to help you prepare for the event. This includes guides on interview techniques, what to wear and how to prepare for the different categories. It also gives you photography selection guides as far as choosing those photos for the photography competition and also preparing for a professional photo shoot so that you know how to best select the top headshot for your categories or the portfolio shots. Memories and inner development that will last a lifetime. This is something that, of course, doesn't really have a price tag to it because we hope that every contestant walks away just having an absolutely wonderful experience, just leaves with a smile, leaves knowing that they've learned so much, they've met some incredible people, and that they have really had the experience of a lifetime. The market today is so different than it was years ago. When we were active in the modeling and talent world on the other side of the business, we saw a lot of different types of models on the covers of magazines and featured in advertisements, and you kind of considered the average model to be really, really tall, really, really thin, kind of maybe strange looking, maybe a little bit awkward. And the industry has changed so much now. It's very welcoming to many different looks, shapes, sizes. I'm sure you've seen this even when you're in the store and you see the ads, the fronts of the magazines when you're checking out at the grocery store. You're seeing all different kinds of people. You see a variety of ethnicities. You see different shapes, different sizes, kids with freckles. You see women who are curvier than ever. Of course, Sports Illustrated featured the first ever plus-size swimsuit model. So we're just seeing all of these really new and exciting trends. And I tell people that to encourage them because don't count yourself out of opportunities that might be available to you. Somebody's out there getting that job, and it could potentially be you. So certainly just, keep an open mind. And we always encourage everyone to stay very healthy. That's extremely important. A lot of the campaigns that you see now are just focused on natural beauty. So it's a really exciting time to be involved in the industry. We have been hosting this expo for over 10 years now, and because of that, we have had some absolutely incredible discoveries throughout the years of meeting and introducing models and actors and singers and dancers to these top professionals that we bring in as scouts. And some of our models have gone on to work internationally. Some of them have signed with some of the biggest agencies in the world, including Ford Models, Next Models, Wilhelmina. We've also had some incredible talent who have signed with agencies that specialize in talent divisions like CESD, New York. We've also had some talent who have participated in the expo and they had some good feedback, and then they came back to the next event or the event after that and did even better. Some of those people have actually been some of our greatest successes. We had one of our contestants, Kobe Hall, who returned to one of our last events, and he was offered a contract with Karen Greer. She's out of the Florida market, and she works a lot with Disney and Nickelodeon, and also just had a lot of talent audition for Carter's, which is amazing. But Kobe not only signed with her, but he also won our Discovery Elite competition for the acting division. So he walked away with cash prizes and a trophy. And it was just really wonderful to see someone who took that experience the first time attending the expo and made the absolute most of it and came back and just wowed absolutely everybody. So that could be you. And the success stories, they continue to grow and grow. We have people that we're constantly getting updates from as far as shoots that they're doing, shows that they're working on, opportunities that they have to work professionally in the industry. One of our more recent discoveries, Sydney Proctor, she was at the expo and had a lot of callbacks from the modeling agents. She's also a cheerleader. She's in high school. I think she's in her senior year now. But she just signed a worldwide contract with Ford Models, and she's been up to New York several times in the last few months. And this has just been absolutely life-altering for her. She's an absolutely beautiful girl, but she has a positive personality. She really, put her best foot forward, and she's made the most of it. So that's the kind of success that can happen quickly. It doesn't always happen that quickly, but it certainly can if you're at the right place at the right time. So we are certainly excited to discover some more top models and performers and introduce you to some of the most incredible scouts in the industry. They're looking for you. They're looking for the next big star, and we hope that you'll be there.
Thank you for joining us with our presentation today. We hope you're one of our next discoveries. It's an exciting journey, the entertainment business, and we wish you good luck.
And at Discovery Spotlight, we really believe that discovery starts within. So hopefully you learned something today, and hopefully this encourages you to pursue your passions. And we look forward to seeing you in the spotlight. Have a great day.